Wakey wakey, the Kellogg'S football camps are back this summer. To claim a free place, purchase a promotional pack of Kellogg's cornflakes, Cocoa Pops or Rice Krispies. Scan the QR code on pack or visit kellogg'sfc.com to request your free code. See website for full terms and conditions.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4-Day Super Sale and get 40% off paints and stains June 6th through the 9th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
To the Football for Kids podcast with me, Darren Rees, and welcome to day 6 on this very special Kellogg's Football Camp Super Week. I hope that you've enjoyed the episodes which I've done this week. We've had a real selection of players, teams, stadiums, but in this one we're going to have a little bit of fun. And in this episode we're going to be talking about football mascots. Almost all clubs have got a football mascot. But what are they really all about? Why do we have them in football? Did they always used to be people dressed up in big cuddly outfits? We need to find out what's going on. So let's get into it, shall we? Before we get into it properly, as you know, it is a very special Kellogg's Football Camp Super Week. And because of that, we are doing some football team shout-outs as well. And plenty of you have been getting in touch. The first one says, "Hi Darren, my name is Killian. I live in Galway in Ireland and I play for Salt Hill Devon Football Club. Please can you give a shout out to all my friends and coaches in the under 10s and the under 11 squad." Well, Killian, a massive shout out to you and every single person you play football with and to your football coaches as well. I hope you've all had a brilliant season and I hope the next season is even better for you. The next one says, "Hi Darren, I'm a massive fan of your podcast and of your story. Well, let me tell you, the next chapter on Charlie and the Mystery of the Missing Cup is coming next week to you lot on Patreon and to those subscribed on Apple Podcast subscription. Could you please shout out to the Sefton Scorpions in Bristol? I play with lots of my year 3 friends and we have a brilliant set of parent coaches, including head coaches Free and Ben. Thanks so much from Football Obsessed Finn Muir." Hopefully I've not butchered any names there. Anyway, Finn, a massive shout out to you, all of your teammates, your coaches and every single person that you play football with. Right then, a bit of a shorter episode this one, but one which will be good fun. So where do we start? Well, I guess we start with the name. The name mascot comes from the French language, apparently, and it means lucky charm or something very similar to lucky charm. And that is one of the reasons why mascots got attached to football, because football is certainly a game where you need a bit of luck here and there. I guess you want to know when they appeared too. Well, so do I. I mean, were they really knocking about at Notts County in the 1800s? The answer to that is, according to the history books, no, not quite. Football mascots first started appearing on a relatively regular basis at English football stadiums in the 1960s and in the 1970s, although the odd one may well have been seen in the 50s or maybe even the 40s, although it was probably quite rare to see them. Now, I'm sure you have seen many a mascot in your time watching football, whether you've been lucky enough to go to a match and seen them at the actual stadium, or you've seen them while watching football on the telly. One of the things you may have noticed is they are in big cuddly looking costumes, or outfits, and most of the time they symbolise something to do with the club. However, did you know that years ago, and I'm talking years and years and years ago, some clubs used to bring out actual animals onto the pitch as their club mascots? Many years ago, horses, birds and all sorts of other things were the club's mascots. They would be walked around the perimeter of the pitch or flown around the stadium. And in places like South and Central America and in countries in Africa, there are reports of actual lions being walked around football pitches. Thankfully, there are no stories of lions escaping into the crowd and eating anyone's steak and ale pie. Apparently, there are lots of reasons why mascots have become more popular over the years. One, because, like I said earlier, they were thought to be lucky charms, but also clubs wanted to attract more children and families to games, and mascots would come to the games beforehand and come and meet people and do pictures and do the same thing at half time. These days, you're likely to see mascot merchandise in shops, and some of them have even got their own social media channels. Mascots have become a big thing in the world of football, and there are some really good ones about too. Here are some of my very favourites, and where they come from. You've got the Gunnersaurus Rex, who is the Arsenal mascot. Gunnersaurus is Arsenal's big friendly dinosaur mascot. He's bright green and wears the team's red kit. He first showed up in 1993 after a young fan won a competition to design a mascot. The kid loved Jurassic Park and came up with the name Gunnersaurus Rex, which you've got to say is a cracker of a name for a mascot attached to Arsenal. And these days you can see Gunnersaurus at almost every single home game. Another one I like is Gully the Seagull, who is the mascot for Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton is right by the sea, so it makes total sense that their mascot is a seagull. Normally, seagulls are trying to nick your chips. Gully the Seagull is a big white bird who wears a blue jersey, just like the team. He's named after all the real seagulls that you see at the beach. And one of my absolute favourites is Pete. I'm talking about Pete the Eagle, who is the mascot for Crystal Palace. He's a big eagle dressed in the team's red and blue colours. Crystal Palace picked an eagle because it's on their club badge. And if you've listened to the episode I did on Crystal Palace, the link with the Eagles is in that episode. I mean, Pete, what an awesome name for an eagle. I really want an eagle now, and I think I might call it Pete. And lastly, and trust me, this is lastly, because I could go on forever and ever, there are so many super cool mascots out there that we could do a 3-hour and 15-minute episode. Fred the Red, Manchester United's fun and energetic mascot. He's a big red devil because the team are called the Red Devils. He shows up wearing red and is complete with horns and a cape. Fred has been around Old Trafford for years and kids everywhere love him. You can normally spot him dancing in the tunnel before matches or leading the crowd with cheers and high fives. He wears a number 55 on his back, a tribute to Manchester United's legendary players. Fred is known for his awesome dance moves, and when he shows up, you certainly know about it. And remember, if you know someone who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about Football for Kids. And whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly, or pitch side, I hope that you enjoy the game. See you next time.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.